morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome in. Tomorrow is opening day, so we're going to be talking tons of baseball, throughout the next few months, really, on stream. So tomorrow will be full opening day preview. We're going to go through all the games, just talk about them, what we think is going to happen, talk, prop bets or predictions, all that good stuff. So stay tuned for that tomorrow. Full opening day preview tomorrow. I have beef with the MLB. I want to know why there's no 1 p.m. baseball tomorrow. What are we doing here? There's always a 1 o'clock game on opening day. Why is there no 1 p.m. baseball tomorrow? Why do I have to wait until 3 o'clock for baseball? That is ridiculous. Why are the Brewers and the Yankees playing in New York at 3:06 and not 1:06? Someone in the chat tell me why that's not a 1 o'clock game. Absolutely ridiculous. They're ruining opening day. There needs to be a 1 o'clock game. I don't understand why there's not. But tomorrow on the stream, full opening day preview. We're going to talk about everything. DFS plays, prop bets, all that good stuff. We're going to break down everything tomorrow. For today, we're going to talk a little NFL. There's no college basketball tonight. The NBA regular season is winding down. I'm kind of just ready for the playoffs at this point. But we've got the Masters coming up. And we have the Houston Open this week. So this is a really good tournament. And from what a lot of the guys have said, it's a good prep for the Masters. So we actually have Scottie Scheffler and Rory McIlroy playing in this tournament. They are overwhelmingly favored. We have Scottie Scheffler at plus 350. We have Rory at plus 650. And the next closest odds-wise to win the Houston Open is Aaron Rai at 28-1. But there's several, bigger name golfers playing. Scotty, Rory, Wyndham Clark, Jason Day, Tony Finau, Minwoo Lee, Sung Jae Im, Siwoo Kim, Thigala. Like it's not a bad field. But Finau, I know he said that more guys should play this tournament because it's a really good kind of prep for the Masters. So we're going to talk Houston Open a little bit. I only see one bet that I really like. I just don't want to wager on Scotty or Rory right now pre-flop. I think as we approach the weekend, maybe there could be a situation where we could parlay maybe one of them with like a college basketball leg, right? That could be something fun to do. But maybe, I don't know, maybe you could do. I'm really curious to see if Scotty can get back on track because he just has not been. He hasn't been playing bad, but he has not been himself, right, since the hand injury. So I don't know. I mean, Scotty parlayed with Duke and I don't know who else. Florida. And that gets you like 6-1. If you did Alabama, you'd get to 7-1. I don't know. I'll play around with it later. But there's one bet I like for the tournament, so we can kind of talk about that first. And then we'll talk a little NFL. I have this mock draft simulator up. So we could play around with that for a little bit. Anyways, for the Houston Open, this is a tough course. It's actually, like, statistically speaking, one of the, like, 12, 13, 14 hardest courses on tour the last few years. It's very difficult. It's pretty long. But I like Aaron Rai, so I'm not going to really take him to win, I don't think, at 28-1 when we have those. I just don't know if I would trust him to win. I know he won in the fall once, but I do think Aaron Rye is close to a breakthrough, like a big win at an actual bigger tournament with a good field. I don't think I want to back him that way this week, though. I do think I want to take him top 10 at plus 135, and you might be able to get top 20 at plus 135. Excuse me. We might be able to get better odds on this, too. I'm just looking at FanDuel. Let me see if I can check. Let me check DraftKings. Guru, in my opinion, Diggs, Cup, and Russell got overpaid for their age and health. Yeah, we'll talk about that in one second here. Let me see. Let's see if Aaron Rye top 20 is better odds on DraftKings. Top finish including ties. He is not. He is plus 115 on DraftKings. Although DraftKings is the best to take it, I think, because that includes ties. FanDuel's plus 135. But if for some reason he tied for the top 20, you would get the dead heat in effect there. So DraftKings looks like the preferred place to take this bet. So we're going to take Aaron Rye top 20 at plus 115 for this tournament. That's going to be my only bet for the tournament. And if you guys have any questions on it, go ahead and ask. If you want to switch over to NFL, I agree about Diggs, Guru. No way I would want to pay him right now. So I agree about that. Cup, that one I'm a little like, I don't know. It didn't make a ton of sense what the Seahawks did just because, I mean, they paid Cooper Cup a good amount of money. Like you could have just paid DK Metcalf, but clearly they didn't value, DK Metcalf that highly, which I can understand because he's a bigger bodied receiver. Those guys tend to, when they do fall off, it happens very quickly. We just saw that with DeAndre Hopkins, right? So I can understand that, but there's definitely some concerns about Cup. Can he stay healthy, and how he's going to match, kind of fit in with Jackson Smith and the Jigba? But Cooper Kupp said this himself. I think people have kind of misinterpreted that Jackson Smith and the Jigba can only play in the slot, and I just don't think that is accurate. I think JSN can play outside. I think he's very good. I think he's capable of playing inside or outside. So I don't think there'll be any issues with those two gelling together, but I understand the concerns about the amount that he was paid. Russell Wilson, I mean, I don't really think that was. I'm going to talk about that. The actual contract, I think, is fine. I mean, they paid him $10 million. It can go up to 20. That's pretty standard, I would say. So I don't really have a problem with that. Now, I tweeted last night. I think that the Giants signing him confirms that Cam Ward is going to be the first pick and Shedeur Sanders is going to be the second pick. Whether or not the Cleveland Browns take Shedeur Sanders or not, I don't know. That's kind of where I'm leaning. We saw the report from Josina Anderson that they were considering trading down. I don't know. There's a lot of smoke and mirrors going on at this time. The one thing for certain to me, though, is if the Browns were so open to trading down and the Giants knew that a team was going to trade up to take Shedeur Sanders over them, why would they not just give up whatever it would take to move up one pick, So I don't really know if I'm buying the trade down from Cleveland. I think we're going to see Cam Ward go one. I think we're going to see Shedeur Sanders go two. And then it's kind of open from there because I don't see why if the Giants were going to take a quarterback, they wouldn't have signed Winston and Russell Wilson. It would have been one or the other. So that's kind of where I'm at there. So I put up this mock draft simulator just to kind of see what we could play around with. So this one sends you trade offers. So like this would be an example offer from Jacksonville. I'm going to not take them because that's not the point of this. I kind of just want to see how the first round will shake out, assuming Shedeur Sanders goes that. So I just want to kind of see how this plays out, and we'll run through it here. I mean, I'm not really saying I'd want Russell Wilson, so I kind of understand what you're saying, Guru, but I don't think they paid up a ton for him. It was just strange that they had literally just signed Jameis Winston and then they signed Russell Wilson too. I don't know. That was interesting to me. Okay, here we go. So in this scenario, this is on, what is this? Pro Football and Sports Network. I've never I don't know if I've ever even seen this website before. Maybe I have. But this mock draft simulator seems pretty cool. Sends you trades and stuff. But you think the Chargers are moving backwards if they do bring back Williams and Keenan? I don't know. This is my dream right here. But swap that out maybe for, man, I don't know. I would love to see the Chargers take a tight end. And I do think, dude, Tyler Warren in the Chargers offensive system with Greg Roman and kind of how they would utilize him would be so fun. Now, what's interesting is, like, do we think, though, Harbaugh would take Tyler Warren over his boy, Colston Loveland? That is the question, right? I don't know, but I think, me personally, Guru, if you read when I did my pre-combine rankings for the positions, I literally wrote, and this was weeks ago, for Tyler Warren, like, he would fit well on a team like the Chargers. Like, that would be perfect. So I would like to see them stick there. I know this mock draft had them trading. I don't know. I don't even know. I'm trying to figure out. I wish I could see like what the trades were. I don't think I can do that. But I would love to see the Chargers get Tyler Warren. I think that would be perfect. But yeah, so I don't know. Assuming this is what I guess a mock draft would look like if those guys go 1 and 2 confirmed. Travis Hunter going 5 is very interesting. I would have a tough time. I understand the Giants going tackle there for sure. The Patriots, man, I don't really see how the Patriots pass on Travis Hunter at 4. Maybe they would. Oh, okay. So this has the Cowboys trading down. Interesting. Ted McMillan to the Cardinals in this. That would be, wow. Him and Marv Harrison Jr. together. Two guys that could. I mean, you guys know I was kind of neutral on Marv last year. Once we got to like the combine and stuff, like I really wasn't. I was kind of neighbors over him, and he did not have a good rookie season. I don't know. I'm not very impressed with him. Ted McMillan, I think, is very good, but at the same time, kind of just don't know with those bigger guys nowadays. It's just not. I think Ted McMillan's a stud, really fun player. Not typically the guys that I'm looking to buy into. Like, I want the shifty guys that get separation. And that's kind of why I was on, Lad McConkey so hard. Like, I'm not a big Tet guy. I think I would put Tet number 2 in this class. I'm not a huge Tet guy, though. I'm not a big Burden guy. I'm definitely a Buka over Burden, so it's good to see that this has him going above him. Me personally, I would put Travis Hunter. I don't know who needs to hear this. Travis Hunter is the best receiver in this draft class, like over Ted McMillan. Travis Hunter, I know they have him listed as a corner. Travis Hunter is the best receiver in this draft class. So for my receiver rankings, I would have Hunter 1, Tet 2. I'd probably have a Buka 3. And then, we can debate Golden, Burden, and some of those other guys. I think it opens up to more of a debate, but I'm pretty lockstep with my top 3 receivers right now in this class being Travis, Tet, and Ibuka in that order. Emeka Ibuka is really, really good. The exact type of guy that I think is going to have success in the NFL. Just really, really good route runner, really good at getting open. I think he's going to have a really good NFL career. Going to be really good for fantasy too. Out of all the players, top 3, who have the most to prove? Are you saying like for this draft class, Guru? Like out of the guys that are going to go top 3, who has the most to prove? If that's your question, I would say probably Sanders, just because I think that's going to go one of 2 ways. I think he's going to be really good, or he's not going to be very good. Cam Ward, I'm pretty confident, is going to be like a good NFL quarterback, and he's gonna have at least a long enough career to see if he's good. Sanders, I think, it's going to depend on where he lands. Like, if he does go to Cleveland, it's going to be tough just because, well, I mean, what quarterback has gone to Cleveland and became good? I guess Baker Mayfield is the only one, right? And I don't really know how good you would say he is, but it's going to be tough. The advantage for Sanders is that he's ready for the pros. Like, he's been groomed to play in the pros his entire life, right? Like, he's ran a pro style system in college. He's been around the game for so long. I think he, has that in his back pocket, and that's going to help him a lot. I think he's probably even more so ready right now to play in the pros than Cam, but I just think Cam is just flat out better than him at the end of the day. But landing spot is going to dictate a ton. Oh, minus the draft players. So you're just saying which players in the NFL have the most? Oh man, I definitely have to think about that one for a while. I mean, immediately your head would go to it all just falls on the quarterbacks typically. Because they're gonna get all the blame if their team isn't performing. So I think just immediately we would kind of default to the quarterback position there. But someone like Marv is not going to be like, he wouldn't be top 3 on my list, but I mean, he certainly has to be up there because he was just taken in the top 5 of the NFL draft, and he had a terrible rookie season. And if I'm Arizona, I'm the leading proponent of we can't give up on these guys too quick. You got to give them time, especially at receiver. But that goes out the window when you're Marvin Harrison Jr. and you get picked 4th overall or whatever you got picked, top 5. That's a different situation. When that happens, you have to perform right away, right? When you're picked at the back end of the 1st, 2nd, 3rd round, and you're not good right away, you need time to develop. But when you're a top 5 pick, that goes out the window. And I don't really see how Arizona has any confidence in him right now, to be honest with you. Like, I'm not really expecting him to have a big sophomore season. And maybe he'll prove me wrong, but I just don't really see it with him. He definitely was open at times. I do agree with that, Guru. But I just have questions about everything, to be honest with you. But yeah, so he would be, if we're talking non-quarterbacks, he would be at the top of my list just because of where he got drafted last year. Most to prove. Even for quarterbacks, I mean, I think it's really weird how people evaluate them. Like, a lot of guys get kind of pushed down because of their team, and it's not their fault. Someone like Justin Herbert, I feel like, always gets disrespected because of being on the Chargers for so long. And I think Justin Herbert is a top, like, 5, 6, 7 quarterback in the NFL. Like, I would want Justin Herbert on my team over pretty much anyone that's not named Patrick Mahomes. So I really don't understand why he gets such a bad rap. So, you asked that question. I think a lot of people would put someone like Justin Herbert on that list. I probably wouldn't have on my list because I think he's extremely good. It's just his team is different. It's an interesting conversation. I might have to think about that one for a little bit. Overall, quicker stream today. I just want to get on and talk to you guys about the NFL a little bit. Tomorrow is going to be probably a long stream because we're going full MLB opening day preview. And we also have March Madness games tomorrow night. BYU, Bama, Maryland, Florida, Arizona, Duke, and Arkansas, Texas Tech. So tomorrow's going to be opening day preview and Sweet 16 talk. Friday is going to be baseball preview for the Friday games and Sweet 16 talk. And we'll do a little bit of recap because we'll already know on Friday who won, those 4 other games. So lots going on the streams on Thursday and Friday. And then, like I said, I'll probably I want to see the schedule for the games this weekend, the college games, Elite Eight, but potentially we'll stream on Saturday and Sunday again like I did last week. So stay tuned for that. We'll talk about it Friday. Oh, also Friday, the stream is going to be an hour later. It's probably going to be at noon instead of 11. So just I'll remind you guys again tomorrow. But thank you guys for tuning in today. Good luck tonight. If you're betting on anything, playing DFS, I'm saving up, baby, for tomorrow. We got baseball and March Madness back. So thank you guys for tuning in. Hope you guys have a good day. And I'll be live tomorrow at 11 a.m.